Good afternoon, everyone. We are Group 18. Our theme is Chaoshan Yingge Dance, which is a kind of intangible cultural heritage.
Here's a video.
This is the directory of our presentation. The Yingge Dance is a folk art that integrates material arts, dance, and drama. The origin varies, but it's generally accepted that the story of it is based on the water marsh. It's mainly popular in Shantou and Chaozhou areas, and it's a large-scale group dance featuring numerous performers. The performance time is usually between the Spring Festival and the Lantern Festival every year. In 2006, the Yingge Dance was included on China's list of National Intangible Cultural Heritage, and in 2014, a Yingge Dance troupe made its debut abroad. Yingge is the embodiment of hero in the eyes of the public, and after many years of evolution, it has become a folk belief for driving away disasters and praying for good luck and peace. Yingge Dance not only carries the cultural memory of traditional hero narratives, but also is constantly enriched with new elements of the times.
Now I'll talk about preservation and operation. At the macro level, the government sets the overall direction for protecting Yingge dance. It's included in the 14th Five-Year Plan for Intangible Cultural Heritage, which basically means it gets national support and resources. That's why we now see Yingge dance on major platforms like the CMG New Year Gala, international Spring Festival shows, and even tourism campaigns such as Thailand's Amazing Thailand. Local governments also bring it into night markets, holiday events, and tourism festivals, giving it more visibility. At the meso level, local governments act as both protectors and innovators. They keep traditional alive through old leading the new training, while also trying new ideas like 3D motion capture and cultural blind boxes to turn the dance into creative cultural products that people can buy, share, or play with. The performer community is also expanding. Delivery workers, students, and even overseas Chinese in Thailand now join in good teams. And finally, at the macro level, individual visitors get hands-on experiences in the Yingge inheritance space with a game-like scoring system that keeps people engaged. AR systems track visitors' movement and project virtual face painting or drumming patterns. Even like events like the Yingge Run in Thailand also invite tourists to learn simple moves, painting their faces and share their experiences online, turning them into active cultural promoters.
The stakeholder interest model was proposed by Sutter and Leeson in 1999, and the theory was based on the Freeman stakeholder theory. The stakeholder interest, the government takes the lead in formulating rules and integrating budgets, transforming the risks of cultural exhibitions into governance standards. Each overseas exhibition showcases the city's cultural soft power and the profound cultural heritage. The local heritage institutions aren't just guardians of cultural authenticity, they're also turning culture into cash. They sell mystery boxes of cultural products and bump the profits straight into training the next generation. Create a protect, profit, reprotect loop. The tourists are no longer just observers, they beat drums, doodle, and post, transforming physical experiences into emotional connections and digital buzz online. They rock up fields and clouds, giving Inga Dance a fresh wave of attention. The performers, once rural entertainers who have now become internet celebrities, have transformed the culture of water margin into global attention. While passing on the Inga dance, they have also gained additional income, a multilingual fan base, and social respect. As a result, all stakeholders from the state to organizations and individuals have received corresponding returns. Policy capital, economic surplus, substantive identity recognition, or social media reputation. Together, they have created a virtuous cycle of mutual benefits and co-prosperity.
Authenticity is a concept that has been mentioned many times in our lecture. Dianman Canal early come up with a term stage authenticity, which means tourist places are artificially human-crafted. In here, he borrowed concept from Goffman in 1959 and further developed to 6 consecutive stages, which gradually guides tourists from the pure front stage to the carefully crafted backstage illusion. Then, in the case of Yingge Dance, what exactly does the authenticity mean? As tourism industry is exponentially high mobility, it is difficult for traditional dance to integrate into popular culture. So as shown on the top left, those are feasible cultural spreading such as AR tag, visual masking up, making up workshop is a good spreading way. Although all these activities are highly human designed, they still provide tourists with a unique portal through which they are able to experience their ancient culture. Through these immersive activities, visitors transform from passive cultural receivers to active participants and even become co-creators. However, it is more important to be aware that such approaches may cause deeper cultural segregation. Shown on the top right, when intangible cultural heritage activities are detached from their social cultural context and repackaged as tourist products, the ultimate value they held as traditions risks being diminished. So this is a paradox of authenticity, and how to balance it is worth thinking for all heritage protection.
Then let's look at the sustainability part. The sustainable development of Yingge Dance tourism, as defined by the World Tourism Organization, must balance the economic, social, and environmental needs. So let's first evaluate the current position against this instruction. Economically, we are on a positive track. We've established a protection to revenue to reprotection cycle, ensuring the long-term productivity and profitability. However, environmentally, we face clear challenges since the large-scale events leads to traffic congestion, high energy consumption, waste disposal issues, etc. Socially, there are dual effects. We see strong benefits through the high tourist satisfaction and boosted cultural pride and employment for the host communities. While a critical social challenge lies in the transparent income distribution, which undermines the long-term community support. So in summary, environmental and fair distribution goals are being compromised while we succeed economically and in parts of the social sphere. Then to address these gaps, we propose a comprehensive 4-pillar strategy for a smarter management and a more sustainable future. First is ecological management, integrating the zero waste initiative for festivals with degradable materials, carbon footprint measurement, and ecological compensation to minimize the environmental impact. Second is a transparent income distribution. They could establish a cultural fund, which would be jointly managed by communities with a predetermined allocation mechanism, ensuring the community to share their economic benefits fairly. Third is authenticity protection. A council of senior inheritors can act as a cultural advisors. They will review the contents of performance and guide visitors, safeguarding the core value and dignity of Yingge Dance. Finally, to disseminate the pressure on the place of origin and expand the coverage of intangible heritage, the physical experience centers in urban areas could be established and digital platforms could be created for remote experience. This integrated approach could provide a solution to wisely manage the trade-offs amongst the economic, social, and environmental goals, ensuring Yingge Dance thrives as a living heritage for generations to come.
From the local performances in the Chaoshan region to the recent national games of People's Republic of China and even overseas, from the inheritance of regional teachers and students to the development of digital empowerment, Yingge Dance has already broken through the regional restrictions and become a cultural bridge linking tradition and modernity, domestic and overseas. Thank you for listening, and here are our references.